to Torg's Day Night on the Ulysses International channel. I am JM, the GM, and we will be running the last of our day one shots here. Tonight's adventure is draws on themes of Friday the 13th, Scream, other seminal works, Scooby-Doo, and we are going to follow a group of college students who have decided to investigate a local haunted house to see if the rumors surrounding the place are true. So, as we get started, let me transition over. That seems wrong. Give me one quick second.
You're surrounded by darkness.
I am surrounded by darkness. There we go. It's just animation error. Whew, that was a little nerve-wracking. And let's introduce our group. You will recognize most of the people from all of the other one-shots that we have been running and our session 0. We have, starting on my left, which you can't tell, we have Gabe will be playing the outsider. Jenny will be playing the innocent. Ben will be playing the jock. Other Ben, I feel like I need to put like a little O in front of one of your names so the group can, like the chat can tell the difference between the Bens. We'll be playing the nerd. And Kaylee will be introducing us all to Delilah, her character for this game. So, I am so excited about this. So, you guys want to introduce your characters and at least tell us your character's name?
All right. My name is Chad. I am the jock, but it only means that I excel at the things that people really care about. Like, so I played football in high school, and then the off season, or like the other rest when I wasn't doing football, I was playing baseball, and then I tried my hand at water polo, and now here that I'm in college, I'm finally doing lacrosse, which is I think my real calling. So yeah, but like I mean, I do have to buy all of my homework, like papers from what's your friggin' name?
Oh, I'm not the nerd. Ben is the nerd.
From the nerd. I have to buy all that.
My name is Orville Smellinger.
It's a bad time.
And
I only talk because I have to pay him for paperwork. But you know, my parents are paying for college. It's okay.
yeah, I'm making lots of money from helping other ding dongs who don't know anything how to write a paper. And I feel like here in college, I'm really gonna bloom. You know, if I get to kiss a pretty girl, that'd pretty be like aces for me. Uh, I want to apologize to everybody. I'm wearing my mask tonight. My mother told me that even though we were online, if a computer can get a virus, so could you.
We're going to follow that up with Jenny. Jenny, who is your character?
So I'll be playing Valerie. I'm very excited to be here. I love checking out these new houses, and I've heard so many things about this haunted house, and it's going to be awesome. And I'm going to document all of it, and so it can go in the yearbook.
I need you all to know how excited I am about writing this Torg. And the outsider played by Gabe. Please introduce yourself.
My character's name is Joffrey. It's spelled Geoffrey. But he insists that it's Geoffrey.
Oh.
And, he is the outsider.
All right. So, as all good coming-of-age stories, this story takes place in a small, sleepy town of Shermer, Illinois. Get the reference, put it in the chat, earn a possibility. And what we have is a quintet Delilah, you have heard the stories of Jeremiah Flatt, one of the founding, descended from one of the founding members of Shermer. And you have heard the stories all your life of how Flatt would lure kids to his house and then brutally murder them.
We're going there?
Yeah.
It's gonna be
It
awesome.
can't possibly be true. All of these things happened in decades ago, the 80s. And the house has been condemned, and so it's kind of a coming of, a ritual of. The chat wants to know how it's spelled.
Because they're gonna Google it and cheat, which I completely approve.
I will reveal it at the end of the chat if people want to know, or at the end of the show. And so, kind of going around campus, you have found other people who, it's a way for freshmen to really kind of stand out. Everybody, it's sort of like Nemo going up and touching the butt. So if you go into the house and you bring something out, that's instant credit at the campus. Most people who do it pledge. It's a great story. You're an outsider. This house is an outsider. You were not going to go, but then somebody was laughing about how that may make you a chicken, and so
Bro,
right.
I'm there. If it's scary, if it's hard, I'm there.
I'm not sure why the nerd showed up, but I think he just was happy to be included. And of course, you showed up to document the whole thing.
Honestly, I'm kind of hoping that I brought him with me because, if anything bad happens, I need him. Yeah. He's like,
His brain's just thinking.
no, I want him if he's gonna get stuck in the house, he's not gonna tell anybody.
Greg gets the possibility. Yes. All of John Hughes' movies take place in Shermer, Illinois, or at least they do, according to Kevin Smith. So you guys have decided to come to go up there. As you approach the house, it is a classic, dilapidated 2-story house. The third story is kind of an attic. You can see that the circular window the glass is gone, and the cross pane has been broken until it's just like a single spike sticking up from the bottom. The roof is sagging. The wrought iron fence around it is covered with leaves and ivy and rust and.
Is there a creaking weather vane on top of the house?
Oh, there's totally a creaking weather vane on top of the
The
house.
roof is exclusively creaking weather vanes.
Just everywhere. It is made up of just treated weather vanes. You can see heavy velvet drapes have been pulled close. Some of the windows have been boarded up. Some of them have newspapers that have kind of stuck to the inside. You can see that there is a large overgrown oak tree in the front yard. And there is also a kind of rusty, faded from too long in the sun, red tricycle just off to the left of the porch. And the porch is tall and has kind of the old wicker lattice work around there. And you can see where there are some holes that look like something has burrowed under the porch. And so
It's probably fine.
Yo, man, I saw on the internet one of these listicle things where that's where you bury people. Okay, the mobsters used to bury people under concrete, but nowadays, if you really hit murderer, you bury them under your porch because nobody goes under there because snakes and stuff. And then when you're gone 100 years from now and they're replacing the porch, hello, dead, but you're already gone, so it's it's great. What do you say? If I kill any of you, I'm gonna hide you there. But it's not gonna happen because got your back.
Noted.
You guys, maybe this is something that you weren't into. But when I was younger, I was a member of the Boy Scouts, and I know a whole lot about nature and science. So if there's animals who are burrowing under this house, I can identify them. Like pretty simple
Do
from
you
the
want to go
tracks
up
and stuff.
and attempt to identify
Yeah,
the
I
all
would
right.
like to make a science roll.
Okay, so you pull on the gate, and it sort of resists a little bit, and the clouds are coming in. They forecasted rain today, and as you Delilah, as you watch the nerd kind of,
This is really sad. Do you want like help
and then
with this?
it pops free
Okay,
with
fine.
like a scream of metal, and you guys see he goes right up to the porch and kneels down to make a sign. So I will come back to you in a second, Ben. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna follow.
You're gonna follow. All right. So Delight, I want all of you except for Ben to give me a find roll, which is also a mind roll. So just because it's a one shot, it could be the first time you guys have come to a day one shot. In Torg, you're gonna roll a d20. Oh, and just to make this, I forgot to mention. Oh, if you're using the sheets that I gave you, one thing that will help, Kaylee, is on your skills. If you just add across to fill out the value line, I don't know if you've done that already. That will be super helpful for just calculating all of your. So what we noticed last week is Ben was adding his die roll and his attribute and his adds, and just adding them across made it so much easier.
It was like second edition. I was doing a lot of math that I didn't have to do.
So you have a base value that is your skill adds plus your attribute. You'll find that on your character sheet. It's the last column over. And you're going to roll a d20, and your d20 gets added to the bonus chart, which we have put up on the screen for the chat and is on the bottom of the character sheet.
I have a 17.
Ooh,
I
I'm
got
fine.
19.
A 19? All right.
I can like really zoom in with my camera so I can see a lot.
All
I
right.
got 4, which is a -6 on the bonus too.
So what's your final total?
-1.
Okay.
Your mind is low.
20? All right. So the three of you, was that a 19 on the die?
19
or-
on the die,
Oh, okay.
and I add the skill adds and the bonus.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on, I'm really bad at math. 27.
Okay.
Hey there, did that?
You stole my joke.
Guess we know who's gonna win.
Somebody said team saying listicle things was not on my Torg bingo card. Welcome to a whole new Torg. So what the three of you, the three of you notice is that immediately, Chad. It's gonna be hard not to target you first. As he comes walking in, sort of kicks a rock that goes and hits the trike and lets out this kind of metallic noise. And what you thought were a lot of leaves on the upper end of the trees turn out to be crows that just go flying out. And you can see, as you take a picture, you kind of look at it. You all notice that the knots on the tree sort of look like a face. It's kind of twisted, as if it's screaming. Ben, what did you get on your roll?
Oh, just an 11.
Just an 11. All right. Well, do you want the good news or the bad news?
Oh, it's all good news, right?
It's all good news.
Yeah.
That's the spirit.
All right. So what happens is you guys all watch. So Chad, or not Chad. Ben, what is your nerd's name again?
Bellinger.
Orville Snellinger.
Oro.
Orville,
Orville,
my-
like.
Yes,
Okay.
my father was into aviation.
Oh, I was thinking the popcorn guy.
I was thinking of a science fiction show, so we all threw darts and we all missed. So, Orville, you squat down there next to the hole and the digging out, and you're sure of you're sure that it was a large dog that dug under there. And just so the chat knows, I was totally the nerd in high school, so there is no disparaging going on there. And as you go to turn to say it's a large dog, what is your dodge?
My nerd dodge? My nerd dodge is 8.
So it begins.
So it begins. You guys all hear the cracking of wood, and when you look back, Delilah, Orville is gone.
Oh.
The lattice work has kind of broken, and you guys all see this hand kind of, and they get pulled backwards, and the gate slams shut, and you can the rain start. I would like you to know that I'm saving the mental possibilities that I will be gifting to Kit.
Oh,
For these. The rain starts coming down in sheets, and a lightning bolt strikes the tree, and the upper part of this tree just kind of briefly smolders, and a large chunk of it falls down across the walk.
Okay, no, that's like my meal ticket, like all the way through college. Bro, come on out.
You hear a very quiet, I regret nothing.
I do not regret the things I've done, nor those I did not do. Orville, you feel something grab onto your shoe, and it drags you under the porch, and you kind of hit your head on the back of something. It rings out like a pipe, and you lose 2 shock, and you are in total darkness. But it is cold. It is not damp, but it doesn't feel like dirt. It feels like cement.
I think I would sing a calming song to myself, and it might go like, "Smile, kitty, tiny kitty, please be calm." You know,
that's gonna get stuck in my head.
That's right. Geoffrey, as all of this is going on, what are you doing?
I'm just looking up and shaking my head and saying, "Strange things are afoot at the flat house."
I'm building a mental picture of who I would cast for this group. All right, so it is raining. There is a smoldering branch between you and the wrought iron gate. Delilah, you kind of put this together. What is your thought here? Where would you
I think I'm a little concerned about Orville because he's gone.
He's gone. Yeah.
But
You
I
can't
hear
leave.
him singing,
Yes.
and I'm like, so he's alive.
He's alive. It kind of has this very dry and echoey, like he's in a large room.
I think I'm gonna go try to help him.
You want to crawl under the porch?
Yes, but I'm gonna look for like a weapon of sorts, like a stick or a rock or something, before I go into this.
And you got a 27 on your find.
Yeah.
All right, so as you kind of walk, you guys watch Delilah. I mean, it is now, you guys are now all soaked except for Chad, because Chad has the
flight jacket.
The flight jacket, gifted to you by your uncle.
He was like in the Air Force.
So, Delilah, as you walk around the side of the house, you notice 3 things. One, I think he stepped away. One, or he disappeared.
Such commitment to his character.
I know, so much commitment. And he's back. You notice 3 things. One, there is a lead pipe there. Looks like you can see where it was the electrical meter, and the meter is still on the side of the house, but the pipe is sort of rusted away, but it's got some heft to it. 2, there is a black Camaro, like from the 70s, parked in the gravel driveway behind the house. It is, I mean, the rain is beating off of it, so it is well kept. It is out of place everywhere else here. And you notice a strange symbol that the rain is starting to wash away, but it looks like it was painted in blood.
On the Camaro?
No, on the side of the house.
Oh.
Maybe it was a handprint. Maybe it was a smear. Chad's getting a little-
Blood Painted Camaro is a good band name.
I think
And you can see a cellar door, like old style, like metal cellar door.
okay, gotcha. Well, I'm gonna pick up the pipe and I'm gonna go through those doors and be a good person and help Oracle.
Okay. So you guys see Delilah goes over to the side of the house. Are you going to crawl under the porch? Are you going to how do you want to access the?
I'm gonna go through the doors.
Okay, so you're gonna. All right. So this squeal, the cellar doors open up. So you guys hear the squeal. At this point, the wind comes rushing through the yard, and the front door to the house kind of open.
I think I would, in a higher pitch than even my normal high pitch, with a "Oh, I'm coming to Lola," because then I'm afraid of that front door, and run after her.
I think your mom's home, Joffrey.
Wow. The most chatty thing you have said tonight. I gave you points in time.
Joffrey ignores this entirely and goes over to the Camaro and is going to try and well, first off, if it's open, he's going to get in and try and hotwire it.
It is locked.
All right, I'm going to try and just like I think he would keep, like a coat hanger on
Okay,
person
yeah.
for just this purpose.
You're gonna try and
And I'm
jimmy
going to
the
try
lock.
and jimmy the lock.
All right, give me a lock picking roll. It's a mind. All right, so Valerie, yes,
Yes.
you followed him back to.
Well, wasn't it like, kind of all in the way?
Yeah, well, so it's kind of around the right side of the house,
Mm-hmm.
cellar door, and then behind the house is the Camaro.
Okay, then I'd imagine like as I'm going down the stairs, it's a.
Chad, what are you doing?
Well, first of all, for your yearbook, I'd like to nominate you as most likely the narc. But then also,
Not even.
bro, leave the car alone.
So you are by the car with Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so Delilah,
So
you
now we've split up the group into
and
3
Valerie.
Thank you, dude.
There's a light switch just inside the stone stairs that lead down underground. You can see worms are crawling for the side. The smell of just this dusty earth is coming, and you swear you hear 2 things, both of you. You hear whatever song Orville is still singing to himself in the dark.
Creepy.
Creepy kitty song.
And you definitely hear like a dull thump and the rattling of chains.
Oh no.
Did the light switch work? Did we
You-
try
you,
it?
you can try it.
So I was thinking, I also have a mobile phone because it's 2022.
It is 2022.
If we wanted to like have our mobile phone flashlights.
I say we try and turn on the light.
Okay, you flick it and it does that crackling of like a bad connection, but then you there is a single light bulb that you can see is swinging back and forth. That kind of,
It's already swinging.
and you can definitely hear Orville singing.
I'm gonna pick up my pipe and just keep walking down the stairs and continue investigating
Okay.
the situation.
I'm following.
Now I will say the thing about Torg that's great is that you can use the skills very creatively. So you have a camera that's got a flash. In the dark, I would allow you to use trick to try and distract somebody with the flash.
Ooh.
Just tossing some of these things out.
Pull a rear window on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use our phone flashlights too.
All right. As you guys head down, you can clearly see. I'm gonna come back to you in a second. You can clearly see that this is a concrete, like unfinished basement. There are rusty I-beams that are kind of supporting the house. You can see like light kind of is coming through. There's water dripping from like where the floors have just kind of rotted through. And you can see that the light bulb slowly kind of stops swinging on its natural arc. And you can see kind of in the corner, huddling back and forth, is Orville. Orville, the light comes on and you see Valerie and Delilah come down the stairs. And that's when you guys hear the cellar doors slam shut behind you. It's just the light from your phones and the light there. All right, Joffrey, what did you get on your?
It is lock picking.
Yes.
So I don't have that.
Ooh, I think lockpicking is a skill that you would normally have to have a point in, but you know what? This is a one shot, and
Is it so much of a lock?
I will allow it for tonight.
All right. So it's a mind.
If you do not have it in the main campaign,
Sure. It's
Have you heard of an Irish lockpick?
or a mind check?
yeah, it's
Then my total is 18.
okay. So you go up there, and two things happen. Like the clouds come in, and you can clearly see, like, I don't know what was in that brownie that you ate before you came on this thing, but you would swear the light is red and blue. The lightning is red and blue.
Huh.
But you hear two things. You hear the pop of a car lock, and then you hear the slam of like metal doors hitting a wooden frame.
I have to also imagine hear the shriek from inside.
Muffled shriek from inside. It was totally Orville.
Whoa. You got skills, man.
So you open in the.
Absolutely.
All right, you open the door, and you can see that there are burger wrappers. There is a map, and the map has a bunch of red circles on this on the line of on I-25, and some of them are marked off, some of them aren't, some of them have question marks, and you can also see that in the back there is a duffel bag. You failed your fine check. You're too far away. Okay, cool. You guys definitely hear the sound of something from the cellar door that sounds like metal scraping against metal, like. And when you look back up, Valerie, you can see like a flash of lightning illuminates the crack of where the doors meet. There's definitely something that is perpendicular to the light line.
So cool news, everyone. We get the opportunity to explore more of this house.
Silver lining.
And then I'll take a selfie with it at that point.
I'm gonna grab the duffel and hold
So
it up.
you gotta like get in.
Yeah.
All right.
Pick up the duffel and kind of like pick it up and show it to Chad and be like, dude, drugs.
When you turn around to look at Chad, who's looking at you, you see, kind of emerging out of the rain, a man who dwarfs Chad, the lacrosse player. He is wearing like a wide brim fishing hat, and he has a cleaver in his hand.
Son of a gun.
Chad, what is your dodge?
It's a 12, so.
It is a 12, you said?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, good lord. All right, so Chad, what is your toughness?
My toughness is 11.
Is an 11Z?
Mm-hmm.
That's to say.
Suck.
All right, so Chad, you see Orville, or not Orville, sorry, Geoffrey turns around and goes, "Ha ha! Oh no!" And you feel this burning sensation as you look down. There is a cleaver in your shoulder, and it rips free for one wound and two. Oh, I'm sorry. Ambush. It rips free for 2 wounds and 4 shock.
Fantastic.
Now you got me saying it. The duffel bag rattles metallically as you kind of pick it, but you see this guy. He puts he just cleaves into the shoulder. You're the outsider.
Mm-hmm.
You know what a broken collarbone looks like, and it looks like he took a huge chunk out of Chad. Chad, you were bleeding into the ring.
This is really uncool. It's gonna ruin my whole season.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna spin around.
Okay.
I think the cleaver's not still on my shoulder.
The cleaver is not still in your shoulder. No.
Okay, and I'm going.
I like how that was your first question.
I
It's a
mean,
good
I'll
question.
accept it. I'll allow it.
I'm gonna throw a punch at this giant psycho.
Probably with your arm.
With my good arm.
No, he's gonna rip off his arm and throw that punch.
The chat is rooting for you. They said, "Mess him up, Chad."
Thank you, strangers. All right. 18 plus my, let's see, unarmed attack, which is 11. So that 18 gets me 5, so 16.
16 is good enough to hit him. What is your strength damage?
Okay, so
Oh, you have brass knuckles.
I do have brass
Do
knuckles.
you slip them on?
I was just gonna ask if I do.
You should definitely.
Okay,
flip
all
them.
right. I got a pair of brass knuckles. They are now on my knuckles. So that's my strength is 11. My damage is listed here as 12. Is that? Do I add those two together?
No, it should already be factored.
So it's 12.
Yes.
So
So you do 12. You do 12 damage to him. The good news is, its toughness is only 11. So you
Okay.
crack it across the jaw. It takes a couple of steps back, and then does the thing where you can hear all of the vertebrae in its neck pop. I am going to award certified Torganic for I saw what you ate last supper. It's delightful, and we're gonna allow it. All right. So what do you guys do? This thing is here. From
So,
every story you've heard, this is Mr. Flats.
you should be dead, bro. Not only because you're like 102, but because I hit you. It's my best shot.
All right. So I'm definitely flipping a drama card because this feels like combat up here. What are you doing, Joffrey? Joffrey just rolled off the tongue.
Are the keys in the ignition of the car?
They are not.
They're not. Okay.
But you know what is?
Mm.
The other door. You can unlock it from the inside. Go out the other side.
Yeah, taking the duffel bag with me.
All right, so you're leaving. Well, not leaving.
Well,
You're
I'm
exiting
getting out of the car
Okay.
on the other side.
All right, Joffrey just used the car as like a playground tunnel and is now on the opposite side of the car of you and this guy. We will come back to you guys in a second. Thunder cracks in the basement, and you see Orville is there. You can see there are a number of places in the concrete where the concrete looks like it has been broken up and then mounded over something.
That's not good.
And Delilah, because you rolled the 27 on fine, you can definitely hear coming from the opposite side of this open area than Orville. You can see there are stairs that kind of lead up to the main floor, and you can see more of that, like that bloody. It is a bloody handprint on the wall and on the wooden railing. And from upstairs, you can hear, "Who's there? I've got another shot for you if you think you're going to take me."
Sure.
I think I'm not very eager to follow the bloody handprints in
That's
the
fair.
woods.
No, it's totally fair.
So I'm gonna go check that Orville's okay, and hopefully Valerie will follow. Maybe we can all go together.
All right, Orville, are you okay? Valerie and Delilah come up to you.
Quickly, get behind me. And I
It is definitely
pick
not a
up my
strength game
phone
roll.
and I hit record and say, "We're so scared. If someone finds this, please make a hit movie and donate the proceeds to our families." and then I hit it, and like, all right, cool. All right, well, okay. Whoa, we're gonna be all right.
So as soon as Orville says it's okay, we're gonna be all right, that's when the first pile, a hand comes out of it.
Oh, I'm going upstairs.
Alright, so I'm gonna run.
Yeah.
These are gonna be two separate combats. The first one is called "Oh No."
That theirs or ours.
Well, it's the same one for everybody in the scene. This one is called "Always the Hard Way." Any multi-action is approved. So if you take 2 actions, you will actually earn a destiny card that I will allow you to use in the scene.
All right.
But the villains go first. So
It's not good for me.
it is not bad. Death was but a doorway, and my eyes had been opened to the void. And he is going to spend a possibility on that. What do we say your dodge was? Oh, that's not good.
It's okay, man. You don't have to keep rolling this.
I kind of do, bud.
No. Okay.
All right, so a
My dodge.
31.
Son of a God.
So that's plus 10 to his melee weapons. What? And your dodge is what?
My dodge 12.
It's 12.
I'm dead.
3, so that's
You
up
have to
by
do.
13. Yeah, what's your toughness?
My toughness is 11.
It's 11. All right. Well, That's fine. Yeah, Chad. So that is 3 wounds
Yeah,
and
that's
6 shock. So Chad, Joffrey, you see Flats comes up and buries the cleaver from the top of Chad's head to the base of his neck, and then just rips it free.
Chad is
Bye,
dead.
Chad. Chad's body kind of.
I
Hits the
assume he
ground.
like turns around and like looks briefly at Joffrey and is like, "What?"
And Flats just raises his hand and points at you. At this point, 3 people dig themselves up, and they spend their whole action kind of very jerkily pulling themselves free. You can see they all have slashing wounds that have ended their lives, and they all are wearing clothing that doesn't make sense. Like, it is so 1980s. So one guy has like the white collar, it's kind of popped up here. One person just has like poofy sleeves. And the other one is wearing some sort of what may have at once been a neon unitard.
Pants.
The guy with the top collar definitely has hammer pants.
That one seems pretty cool.
So their whole action is digging themselves free. It is now the hero's turn.
Okay. So, what are everyone's thoughts and feelings about just fleeing upstairs?
I'm with you. Let's do it.
Now, question. I don't know. So, with multi-actions, does running count as one of those actions, or is that just like your normal movement?
You would use a maneuver as a multi-action, yeah. But
Okay. I would like to look around to see if there's anything I could use for bludgeoning of any sort, while also maneuvering out of there.
Yeah, give me a find roll.
Okay. I rolled a 1. Everything's great.
Okay, so Valerie, you go to grab like a wooden stick that's running from the floor to the ceiling. And you tug, and you pull it free, and you have a weapon, and you turn to look at the zombie, and the cracked beam that it was holding breaks, and it lands right in front of your face. Everyone is just like breathes a sigh of relief, and then the beam slides about 4 feet.
Oh.
I would like a dodge roll from you.
Don't be a 1, please. That one was an 8, which means my total dodge was a 5.
Oh.
You take 2 wounds and 4 shock.
Cool.
Valerie looks at you, and when she does, there's definitely a lot more flapping on this side of her face than you would have anticipated.
All right.
Take a selfie.
Is it bad? Look.
Well, I already have my.
You got your lead pipe. You are ready to go.
I'm starting to just go swinging, you know.
Okay. Give me a melee weapons roll.
How do I do that?
So you should have melee weapons on D20 plus your melee weapons.
Okay, 13 and let's see.
Yep.
So plus 1.
Okay, 14.
14. All right. You catch the closest one is the neon unitard. And what is your strength?
Strength is a 9.
Okay, and then roll a bonus die of damage. So that's a D6.
8.
Roll again.
Excellent.
So you're at a total of, so the infinity symbol is a 5. So you're at 8 plus your strength plus the damage of the weapon. You see, well, you don't see a whole lot through the tears. But Orville, you see Delilah just kind of haul back and crack one of these things across the face, sending its jaw just like, it like breaks free, and the creature kind of shudders and falls over dead.
Again.
Again, yes. Orville, what are you doing?
Are we still in the multiple things gives me a card round?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I would like to use evidence analysis and trick.
You have those two.
And what I would like to do is to see if structurally we can break the stairs as Delilah and I reach the door to the next floor.
Wait, I'm still alive.
No, you
Oh, Jenny, the problem is you're innocent, and I've always had a crush on Delilah.
oh.
Well, I don't know. That's a lot for a one shot. I needed to do 2 things, so I picked 2
So
things.
give me the roll, the evidence analysis, and the maneuver.
Okay, all right.
Geoffrey's turn. Yeah.
All right. So 24 minus, right, and then a -2. So the evidence analysis is a 19.
Okay.
And what'd you say, a maneuver?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not as good.
Less than 10, less than 10, less than 10.
A 13.
Okay. So you guys make your way to the top of the stairs, and so your evidence analysis tells you that yes, you could, if you take out another one of the beams, it would basically drop one of the rooms from above down here on the zombies. But Valerie is also there.
She's practically a zombie already.
That
And she's kind of a narc, so.
That's right. Sometimes. No, I'm not gonna sing that song. Joffrey, 2 things happen. All right, so go ahead and take your turn.
Okay. First thing I'm doing is I'm going to perform 2 actions.
Okay.
I'm going to look through this duffel bag of what I have to assume is murder implements.
You would hope.
I would hope. I am hoping.
Yeah.
What is it actually for?
It's actually full of the Pepsi tabs that they've been saving for so long to get the
Oh
F-22
my
jet.
God.
No, I'm just kidding. There are kind of on the top there are 2 broad-bladed fighting knives, and you can see that there are weird like silver bottles that have crosses on them. There are a ton of weird, almost like an alchemy, like a chemist, like a portable chemistry kit, and like a reloading kit.
Okay. I will take the knives, and where we're at right now is sort of in the yard behind the house.
Yes.
And what exits are available
Well,
out of the yard?
Out of the yard. Well, there is a large work shed,
Mhm.
and then you can also see that there is a like a swing gate, like a large boom arm gate that has barbed wire kind of threaded through it, and it is closed, and it looks like it has been chained back up. Like the car has been like it was in here, and then the fence was chained at another point.
Am I-
Orville, you get reality surge, by the way. That doesn't make sense. You get supporter.
Ghost mode now.
And Flat is sort of still there, advancing towards me.
Yes, in that slow, deliberate manner.
I'm going to run and try and climb the boom gate, avoiding the barbed wire as best I can.
As best you can.
As best I can.
I would like you to give me a maneuver roll.
All right. It's 2.
And don't forget, it's -2 because you're taking 2 actions.
Yes. So that's going to be a total of 12.
All right. So you get on there and you get about halfway up and you definitely catch a piece of barbed wire and it just rips open your sleeve. You will take 2 shock from it and you're kind of halfway up there. And that's when you hear it. Not just the crunching of gravel beneath heavy boots, but like down at the base of the fence, looking up at you with this like, cocky, bemused look. It's Chad. What do you say, Chad?
Whoa! It's a tool shed. We should get a chainsaw.
And that's when you let go of the fence
Mm-hmm.
and you fall into and through Chad.
Right.
Whoa! Superpowers, man!
The next card is Let Them Have It. Heroes go first. Any attack or intimidate is an approved action. We will start inside the house.
I'm not okay with leaving Valerie to be crushed, so I'm going back downstairs.
Okay, so that will count as Delilah's moment of crisis. Not the part where she knocked the head off a zombie. That just proved how badass she was. But the part where she could have run to freedom and instead went back to save someone. So you don't have access to your bulletsmithing perk yet, but you do have access to your spells if you would like to use them. I have given you 4 destiny cards and 3 possibilities.
I can look at it.
You can look at them. You can use them. I'm even gonna let you. You can put one into your pool at the end of this round.
Okay.
So you come running back to Delilah, and you can see the one in Hammer Pants is reaching out for her, attempting to kind of grapple her. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna use my.
Your lead pipe again?
Yeah.
All right,
same
go
thing
for
last time. Do I gotta roll for it?
You got to roll for it. Yep.
Got 13 plus 1, so 14.
14. It's the same one roll that you had last time. Roll the yep.
Got 1.
All right. So you crack it against the chest, and it knocks it back, and it kind of staggers back, and it staggers a little to the left, and it staggers, but it is not quite down yet. But you are next to Valerie. Valerie, Delilah has come back. You can hear Orville is at the top. No, soup. And you will get another destiny card because you attacked somebody.
Okay, I think I would like to. I have a backpack.
You do have a backpack.
I kind of want to take my backpack off and open it up, and on one of the zombie that's attacking me or whatever,
Yeah.
I want to like put it over its head and see if I can like restrain it with this backpack.
Give me a maneuver check.
I'm gonna spill all your gel pens.
I'm so sad about it, but I have like 4 more packs of them.
It kind of comes out more like.
So good news. Rolled a 6, so it's a 3. Making up for our one shot where I kept rolling 20.
You kept rolling 20
Furious.
after 20. So you see Valerie just steps right up to the zombie and attempts to put her backpack over the creature's head. And instead, she kind of goes too far and sort of gives like Baptist prom. And the zombie looks like it's about to eat Valerie's face. Orville, you are up top. You're at the top of the stairs. Delilah and Valerie are around the zombies. What do you do?
I have a real, having seen Delilah's moment of crisis, part of me wanted to say, you girls never liked me, and go through the door and leave them alone. But then they're deep down inside of me, I was inspired, and so I will wield my accurate replica of a lightsaber. That
You
is
realize
one
by
of
that I just mean a prop and not like wow. Okay.
yeah, I know that, and
Ray gets another possibility.
I'm gonna yeah, hey, yeah. I know I'm not Batman. I want to be Batman. Okay.
All right, so you run down charging to
Yeah,
attack a
and
zombie.
I'm gonna use trick. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna yell, ladies, head for the door. Women and children first.
Wow, wow, wow.
And then well wait, I didn't mean that either of you were children. Or even women, because we're still young. Oh, it's awkward.
Give me your trick roll, Orville.
Okay, I can see it on the screen. So an 18 is a plus 4? A plus 5. So that would be a trick of 18.
All right, so the zombie with the large blouse that you like, puffy sleeves that you run up to is do you want stymied or vulnerable?
Oh, I am going to make that guy so vulnerable.
So he is very vulnerable. Joffrey, upstairs, when you kind of land, you fall through Chad, and in the moment, you lose track of Flats.
Mm-hmm.
But under the car, he doesn't seem to be there. And he doesn't seem to be in the yard anymore.
Okay. So I've fallen on my back.
Yep.
I'm looking, and I can see sort of
You can
underneath
see,
the car.
yeah, you don't see Flats anymore. It is raining super thick, and you can see there is mist kind of rising up around the outside of the property.
Okay.
Thick.
All right. I am going to just try and jump up and book it around the house and out the front yard.
Okay. All right. Chad,
Dude, I could have had a chainsaw.
are you running with him?
I'm running with him.
Yeah, you can see the rain is falling through Chad. Maybe you hit your head a little harder.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
All right. So you get to the front gate. You gonna try and open it?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm gonna need a spirit or willpower test from you.
That's going to be a
The whole house.
7.
All right. You throw the gate open. You step into the fog. Chad, you are right next to him, and you thump. You can hear the rain pattering against the roof. And as you look around, there is a bed, floral print covers. There's a couch in this room that is covered in kind of like hard plastic shell. And everywhere, the dresser, the windowsill, on the couch, on the bed, there are porcelain dolls of all shapes and sizes. And Chad, as you kind of step in, I need a willpower roll from you.
This is
And they
pretty
all
cool, bro.
look right at you.
Oh no! No! 14 plus was it willpower? So
Yeah.
14 plus where's my willpower?
If it is not listed on your sheet, it would be a spirit roll.
Okay, there we go. Plus 7. So 14 plus 7 is 21.
No, 14 is
Right,
plus
so
1.
sorry, 1 plus 7, so 8.
8? Okay, one of the dolls opens its eyes really wide at you, and you can feel like you're kind of being drawn in. So, it is now the zombie's turn.
I'm dancing with a zombie right now.
You are.
Oh,
It's zombie prone.
It is zombie prom, and I can only assume this is either much worse or much better than actual prom. I don't know. But zombie roll.
What was your prom like, Dan?
I got a. What is your unarmed combat?
great question.
Is it not on your character sheet?
I don't know where to look.
It'll be in the first box under
Oh,
combat skills.
It is an 8
Oh, that's not good. I mean, hey.
for me.
Yes, definitely for you. What is your toughness?
6.
Oh, dang.
Did I die twice?
Well, 6. So you will take a wound and 2 shock as the creature headbutts you, jarring loose some teeth.
So I'm down all my wounds.
Yeah, if you take another hit, you are dead.
Okay.
You've taken 4 wounds, right?
I've taken 3 wounds.
3 wounds. Okay, yeah. So
But my wounds are 3.
oh, yeah. If you take 1 more wound, you will.
Okay. I thought I was already dead.
The other zombie comes stumbling at you, just flailing, trying to get away from the lightsaber. No, I'm so sorry. So even with the -1 or -4, oh no, he's very vulnerable, so he gets to hit you. Delilah, you watch as the other zombie kind of clubs Valerie. Her camera hits the ground
No.
and it goes click click one last time.
Publish these in the yearbook.
Remember me. And that's also when you see a snarled, like arthritic hand reach through the hole in the city or the ceiling, and it attempts to grab Orville. Orville, what is your dodge?
I have a dodge of 8.
Hey, these were done on purpose. All right, so Delilah, you watch this hand reach down, grab Orville. What's your toughness, Orville?
Well, I'm pretty tough. My mom says so. Wait, good God, Gilly. I have a toughness of 7.
You have a toughness of 7. So 16, 26, 32.
Oh, I don't like that.
Okay, so Orville, what was your toughness again?
7. 8 on a good day.
So Orville, that will be. Delilah, you see this hand reach down and it pulls Orville multiple times against the floor, just hitting him repeatedly in the beam that tore off some of Valerie's face until it just lets him go for 5 wounds and 10 shock.
Holy crap! That was base.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Delilah and Geoffrey, you're thrown back. Heroes go first, and villains will get a flurry. So villains will go twice. Also, Delilah, you think you're seeing things because as you kind of look around at the dead bodies of your two friends, you also see them to your left and your right. You are also looking at your dead bodies and the two zombies who are looking at you. Heroes get to go first. This time we're going to Creepy Doll Room.
What obvious exits are available?
There's 3. There's a big window that you could probably break through and jump out.
Mhm.
There's a hole in the ceiling that leads to the attic, and the squeaking you should not be worried about.
Mhm.
And then if you want, there's just like a door with like a handle on it.
Mhm.
Maybe it leads out to the hall.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the door. First, I'm gonna pull out my phone and start live streaming.
Bro! You gotta smash the door! You're trying to eat me!
You can see that Chad seems to like his left arm is getting longer and narrower as one of the dolls is going.
I sort of imagine that like I'm shrinking.
Yeah. Do you want to do a multi-action? Live hit
Yeah.
go on the live stream and crush the creepy doll.
Oh no, I'm
Chad is dead.
Chad, so I'm gonna need another willpower roll.
Okay.
You open the door and you can clearly see there. You are looking over the balcony into the kitchen.
Okay, that's better.
You can see in the kitchen there is a woman with kind of salt and pepper hair and wearing a leather jacket, and she has a large gun next to her, and she's holding a towel against her stomach, and she seems very pale. There's stairs that lead down, and you can see the door to the house, and there is an kind of as you look, the attic ladder kind of drops down and then unfolds. And then unfolds once
with no one there.
more, with no one there. You also hear the sound of dozens of tiny little porcelain feet hitting a solid wall. I would like to point out that Ben sends me tiny little gifts of babies, and I have shared my trauma. Why do you have a
Maybe
baby
they're
on your
just
chest?
talking.
Since I'm scared of baby dolls. It's time for my enemies to share my feelings.
I'm going to run to away from that, slamming the door shut behind me. I'm gonna run to I'm on like basically a big landing.
Yes.
I'm gonna run to
and there's doors on the other side.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to the attic ladder and just shove that ladder hard up as
Right.
I can.
It's slammed shut. Chad, what'd you get on your
I
willpower?
got a 7 plus a 7, so 6 plus roll 19, so it's 6 plus 7, so 13.
You are no longer being absorbed by the
Okay.
creepy doll.
So-
but the door is now closed.
All right, so
You can
the room is filled with
Yeah,
dolls
you guys
running
are-
around, right?
Yeah.
All right, can I like possess one of these dolls?
Yes, you can.
All right. I'm gonna pick the biggest doll.
Yeah. The biggest doll is
My name's Barbie.
so tempting. No, it seems to be like a farmer doll. So it's got the porcelain head,
Yeah.
and then like a big stuffed body, and like little like very realistic like boots,
Excellent. All right, I am
and two little like stuffed fists.
okay.
And you got
Is its name Lotto?
maybe. As you watch, you possess this entity because you rolled high enough on your willpower, and you can watch as as the dolls kind of get to the door, 4 of them kind of bend over, 3 more get on top, 2 more get on top, and one of them starts working the door.
All right. Well, now that I'm inside this doll,
Yes.
It's the
Uh,
so I'm gonna charge the dollar pyramid.
Okay.
Try and knock it down.
All right. I don't even know what to call this. Let's call it.
It's spirit combat.
Unarmed combat.
Like your doll voice.
That's a 16 to 3 plus. So 14.
14.
Yes.
You go crashing into the doll pyramid. Thank you for that name. I would like you to give me 2 bonus dice of damage. And what is your strength? Oh no, it's the strength of the doll. You have no strength. What is your spirit right now?
My spirit's 7.
Okay, go ahead and roll it and add 9 to the final total.
Okay. So that's
That explodes. You're at 9, so that's 18.
18 plus 3, so 21.
21.
Plus 4?
Yeah.
So 25.
You go crack. You hear like a thud, and you also hear the sound of porcelain breaking, and tiny little cries from inside. You are now standing in porcelain dust, and you turn around and you realize there's a dozen more of these dolls. Delilah and the ghosts in the basement. What do you do?
It's safe to say I'm pretty freaked out. And
That's fair.
both my friends are dead.
Yep.
And how many zombies are left?
There are 2.
2 left.
There's the one that you wounded before, and the one that is dealing with, that is actually like leaning down to pick up the authentic replica lightsaber.
Alright.
It's one of these.
I think my escape plan is I'm gonna try to go back through the storm doors and get to the car.
Remember, the storm doors are blocked by like
Oh, they're
somebody
blocked.
like you noticed there's some sort of pipe.
Alright, so it's upstairs.
All right.
We're going
What is
Can
it
I accidentally jump into the zombie who's trying to pick up my lightsaber? How dare you pick up that lightsaber? Woo!
Give me a willpower
Oh.
test.
I was
Oh,
gonna see if I could float or run up in front of Delilah to like distract whatever killed
Yeah.
Smellinger.
Give me a trick roll.
Find me a good roll ish. But it got me to another 13.
Okay. You come up the corner and you are in a kitchen. You can see the pantry. I mean, everything's covered in rust. There are flies everywhere. You can see Flax is there, and he actually he turns to follow you into, as you just kind of go running past him, you take him past the kitchen into kind of the living room. Delilah, as you come up the stairs behind him, you can see this woman with the salt and pepper hair. She kind of looks up. You're not with Flax.
Are you okay? Like, who are you?
It's too late for me. I came here to end this.
And
This
what?
creature. Flats. He's some sort of. Listen. And she spins a gun across the floor to you. Do you know how to use one of those?
No.
Listen. It has to be you. You have to kill this thing. If it gets out, even more. I don't know what awakened it, but even more people will die in this little town.
You want me to kill it
Kill it
with this gun?
with this gun. Do it. Do it for Molly,
For who?
for Judd, and for all those. And she goes to say, she's like, and she opens her hand and car keys fall out. So,
Do it for Ducky.
what do you do? What did you get, nerd?
You nerd.
Just an 11.
You got an 11? All right, you are briefly in control of the zombie for like 1 round.
Okay. I'm gonna make when he picks up that lightsaber, the very accurate replica lightsaber.
You
We're
hit-
gonna-
he
we're
hits
gonna
one of
do
the
the-
other buttons, and you hear. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I totally I waste my ability on controlling him to do a dance with the lightsaber.
The other zombie comes to end its friend, who it can clearly see is being. It rolled a 1. So as you are flailing around, you crack the other zombie and end it. and then you are outside of the zombie's body. Oh wait, they all get a second turn. So this zombie ignores you and starts shuffling very slowly towards the stairs. You can hear kind of a thump behind you. You also hear from the other room the thud as Flats takes a swing at you and puts the cleaver into the wall. Already one of us is victims. We will get to know each other in the fires of eternity.
A lot worse.
And he pulls the cleaver free and turns around and is coming toward you. So, next card. Here they come.
Great.
Delilah, the zombie, is slowly moving its way up the stairs. Flats comes around the corner, cleaver in hand, and takes a swing at you. And rolls a 5. That's the lowest I rolled all night. What is your dodge?
Let's see, dodge. So I roll and then I add.
No, it's just what is the base value of your dodge? So dodge plus dex.
Dodge plus dex is 14.
14? All right. So he got a -4. So he rolled an 11. So he comes in and you manage to kind of duck. Like right now, the gun is in your hand from where you're ducking. Your hand is on the gun. I don't even know how to adjudicate this fight, but a dozen dolls attack you. Okay. One of them rolled a 20. We're gonna say that's good enough to like they punch you in the face and you go falling back through the door.
As a doll or as a spirit?
As a spirit, Chad kind of hits the ground. You look up, Delilah, and you can see Chad is kind of flailing on the landing above the kitchen, but you realize Chad's not alive. There's
That was fast.
one of the banisters is currently like through his chest, and then he sits up. You turn around, and you can hear again. You can see the knob starts to rotate back and forth.
Mhm.
Chad is no longer, I guess, protecting your back. It is now the hero's turn.
Okay, I'm going to, looking from above on the landing down, I'm going to, like, take a deep breath, run, and leap from the landing onto Flats, yelling, "Shoot him!"
Oh, snap. Give me a maneuver roll.
So that's just going to be flat 12.
A flat 12.
So my bonus was 0.
Which is the 12 that he has in maneuver. So do you want to make him vulnerable?
Yes.
Okay. So he says, you see all of a sudden, Geoffrey comes falling like 12 feet, grabs onto the back of Flats, starts wrestling him back and forth, and as you see him, is like, shoot him.
Well, I pick up the gun. I don't know how to use it very well, so I'm like trying to figure out how to like get it ready to shoot, and I'm scared that I'm gonna miss and I'm gonna hit Geoffrey, so I'm hesitating. But then I try to shoot.
Okay, so roll your fire combat. The hammer cocks back, and the gun's cylinders seem larger than any guns, like, as it rotates up, and you can see there seems to be, like a handmade bullet in here. So go ahead and roll it. You have possibilities.
Spend him.
Yeah.
Spin it.
Spending it.
Second chance?
Yeah.
Okay, starting with second chance. All right, re-roll it.
You can still spin
Then
my
you
four.
So you spend a possibility, so you will roll again and add it to the first roll. So what do you have right now?
9.
What'd you roll?
Just a 9.
Okay, so you're starting at 9. Roll the die again.
14.
So that's a total of 23. So you get to add 8 to your fire combat skill.
I'd like to go ahead and make it a 26
Because you have
because I'm a supporter. And from the basement, Orville shouts, "Don't worry, I'm good down here."
Would I be able to just like be in front of Flats as like a way where it's like obstructing his vision to like make it even more vulnerable?
give me a trick roll.
Okay.
All of your dead friends and the live
What a life.
are like rallying around you, except for Chad, because you know what? He's Chad. Uh,
It's a 9.
He's done enough.
do you want to know what the serial killer's trick is?
Is it 8?
It is a 9.
No. Okay.
All right. So, what did you? So you roll. What was your final total?
I got a 23 plus 12 of dex, so 35.
Okay, you got a 35 versus his current dodge of 8. So that is an outstanding success. So what is the base damage on your gun? Did you write that down? Otherwise, I got it here.
I don't think I did.
All right, so your Slayer gun has a base damage of. No, the chats. Mr. Furious, I knew it. 14 and 0 Earth Element. You guys both get possibilities for the 8. So it's 14. And roll 2d6 and tell me what you get. And remember, if you roll the infinity symbol, they explode. 2 infinity
Whoa!
symbols. So we are at 24. Roll again.
Blow him away. So
29.
29.
All right. So it's 29, and as the shell hits, you can see that it's got a almost an ampule on the end of it that's filled with water. And as it hits, it actually will do 31 because it is a holy water shell. All right, so 31 versus his toughness of 11 is 20 points. Is 20 over, so that is 4 wounds and 8 shock. You level this woman's gun and you pull the trigger, and it passes through Valerie. It hits him center torso and misses Geoffrey. It hits the creature, kind of walks back, kind of looking at you, and says, "This is not the." And he falls over, and he falls into the stairwell and goes tumbling back over the railing, and you definitely hear kind of a wet splorching noise from the basement. And so that will bring our one shot nearly to an end. As you and Geoffrey go to leave, you discover that Orville, Valerie, and Chad, you don't fade away, but you can't leave the property.
Suck!
House party.
And so I imagine on Halloween this becomes the place because Valerie and Chad and Orville throw the best haunted house.
Doll Brawl 2020. Every year.
I really
Upstairs room.
want
I
to go
guess,
Chad again.
you know, as Delilah and Joffrey would walk away, probably the three of us that were stuck there would say, like, "Don't you forget about us. We'll be alone, dancing. You know it, baby."
So, as you guys get in the car to drive off, you have the keys.
Mhm.
Joffrey, you're pretty badly hurt.
Mhm.
As you go to drive off, the CB that's built into the front of the car starts crackling, and you hear, Megan, we need you to come back. I don't know if you've dealt with the haunting, but much worse things are going on.
Who's Megan?
Do you like pick up the CD and
Mm-hmm.
who is this? Why are you in Megan's car?
Who's Megan?
Did you meet? If you're in the car and you don't know who Megan is, I'm guessing she didn't make it out.
Out of the haunted house?
Sounds like the thing that would have taken her out. Did you deal with it? The haunting? Did you kill it?
I shot
Flats.
somebody.
All right. Listen, write down this address. Meet me there in 24 hours. It's in a bar on the south side of Chicago.
I'm not 21.
I've got fake IDs.
Somehow I feel Gabe will be playing the man in the chair. You know, the man in the chair. Everyone needs a man in the chair. Delilah, as you and Gabe head north to Chicago, you rendezvous with someone, and you see all of the strangeness. You see the weird lightning storms. You hear the news about some sort of invasion is going on. And yet, when you get there, you are both told about a resistance, about something called the Delphi Council. They recognize you as someone who has the potential to be a stormer, and they recognize you as someone who has the potential to be an analyst. And
What's the potential?
So disparagingly.
my apologies. I will make a conciliatory spreadsheet and send it to you.
Thank you.
We speak the same language. And so that will bring our day one shot to a close with Delilah meeting up. You rendezvous with the Delphi Council. They fly you out to New York. You maintain contact with Geoffrey. But you are ushered into a room, and sitting in the room, preparing for Delphi Council Orientation 101, is that actor from those movies that your folks liked, Zorba Aladdin. You see a massive guy in electric light armor. Squeezed into a tiny desk is what looks to be a demon with a large fake mustache and a Hawaiian shirt. And the person who welcomes you, she's a mummy. And as the Delphi Council agent kind of comes in and pulls, he says he's a Delphi Council agent. They're just scrambling to get this thing together. They pull out a map, and they show you a map of Istanbul. And in 2 weeks, we will start the official launch of the first arc of our Torg Year 1 Istanbul campaign. So I would just like to thank my players. They came in knowing most of them would die. And the fact also that Delilah, Kaylee, in your day one shot, you one-shotted the serial killer. That was spectacular. So I hope you guys all had fun. Chat, as always, you were delightful. Greg called the serial killer Leave It to Cleaver.
Excellent.
Oh, that was just wonderful. So thank you all for tuning in. I realize this was kind of a laugh to keep from screaming sort of slasher one shot, but I appreciate you guys all for participating. We are off next week. We will be running a rerun of, I think, this episode. Phantom of Truth will be the one to set that up for us. And we will be back in 2 weeks with the official launch of the Torg campaign. You've met all of the individual characters. You've now seen all of them in their moment of crisis. And now you get to see how they work together as a team. And the first arc will take us into Istanbul. And Istanbul is a little micro setting that I'm to show off that as a GM, you can do anything you want with Torg. So we're going to say that in about 60 days in, Tharkold and the Nile Empire have tried to claim Istanbul. And so there are hard points. There are places of core Earth. The northwestern side of the city is populated by techno-demons and the Kur. The southeast portion of the city is all superheroes and pulp villains. And there are also gardens of nightmare trees. So there will be a little bit of Oroshian influence in there as well. So we're going to just see what happens. The first arc is going to put you on the path of some investigation. And we'll see kind of what erupts out of there. We're going to start in media res. So prepare for anything in 2 weeks. To everyone who has been in the chat, it has been delightful. Let me just kind of scroll through here. Guildmaster Scott, good to see you. Thank you. Everybody has just been, the chat has been just super engaged and supportive. I will read some of these off when we go off the air, but I just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to Ulysses for the wonderful chance to run this game for them, and the fact that they provide all of the books for us. Like, you guys all got a ton of all of the products you guys get to have here. Oh, okay, we're showing them up. Yeah, Ulysses. Check out their F shop. They have all the products you can get. for Torg, including the Foundry material if you want to run this virtually. And they've given Delilah a chat nickname, Delilah the One Shot Slayer. That's pretty nice.
Excellent.
Phantom is saying we may redo the session 0 next week, so that'll be a fun way to check out the characters as they were built. Check out the Ulysses International YouTube channel. You can see all of these episodes. They go live there, and they have the backlog of the Horseman campaign, the Bureau G adventures, and the B team, who will be returning this year. And so thank you to all of my players. Thank you to the chat. It's always wonderful to chat and interact with you. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming, and we will see you all live in 2 weeks. Have a good one. Now, everybody keep waving. You're gonna have to keep waving.
Be harder.
Wave.